Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, I have had a live stream, that was this Saturday by the way. If you missed it, it's on the channel for you to watch. Good 3 hours there, but yeah, we made progress, we've welded everything. Dun dun dun. Kinda cool, huh? Yeah, so we've welded everything that this was. I have changed around the structure of it, so we've put in these armor blocks for the top and bottom, if you can think. These are where the launch tubes are going to be for the strike fighters, or something else along those lines. I got rid of the horizontal ones because really we are going to do interior decorating later, and the horizontal ones on this level aren't going to help when we do that. So I've just gotten rid of them for now, with a fancy grinder ship. I did have one helper, who was J, J-Y-E, I believe is how it's spelt. Yeah, he was helping me weld things. We did break a few ships, but we have enough materials to replace them, so that's fine. And then over here we've got, I did this earlier. This is basically going to be what we're going to do later with planning out what a hangar is going to look like how it's going to interact with the current shape of the entire thing and how long it's going to be, and where we need to plan how you get down, things like that. But that's not for this episode. What we're going to do this episode is going to sort out a logistics problem. So when we were working on welding this thing, we needed to go to the asteroid to get some additional iron, the asteroid being over there. It has tons of iron, and I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, we needed to go there several times, and it was kind of a pain, and also because we weren't making steel plates fast enough. We literally had to wait for these 3 assemblers, all upgraded, to be able to build everything. So also I put chairs in so that people can sit down when we jump, because otherwise it doesn't work. Yeah, so we're going to go into the surveyor, and we're going to head over to the asteroids, and today we're going to be building an asteroid base, specifically a mining base, where we can have one group of helpers, or one part of the construction team over there, mining away and everything. They'll be mining iron and all sorts of other resources, and then it'll also use a refinery to be able to refine all of those resources, and also have a assembling plant so that it can assemble the steel plates that we need to finish the project. So we're just moving away from the station, and then I'll activate the jump drive. Very nice. So yes, we're going to be building another station type thing, but this time it's embedded in an asteroid. If we slow down now. There are other asteroids nearby, but I'm figuring that this one is the one I want to use as a base. If we go over here. Yeah. We did go through quite a lot of resources, hence why I want this thing. So let's move into a good location. And then we need to start looking for a place to build. There we go, we'll dock here. I don't need a ship to move around in to look at things, I can just do it from here. Right. We've also got a second welder ship, because we have 2 people. We're going to have more at some point, which means I need to build some more. Right, so step 1, where are you going to place this thing? I'm thinking we kind of want it on the outside, but close enough to one of these entrances, which, you know, are a disaster zone. I'm thinking this kind of over here. So we have like platform coming out, and then just a platform having things and that kind of thing. And then we're also going to have an extendo thing, kind of a extendo conveyor, which we can use to remotely dock the surveyor. Because I put this docking port in, which we can connect to. But first of all, we need to get some iron in the inventory. Oh, we already do. Okay, right. And then we're going to use the build mode of the welder, of one of the welder ships to help as well. So we'll pick this one, also known as the voodoo ship, because it's the one that I broke several times. Basically because it's completely weird. I kept ramming into the station. The station didn't actually take damage. because it's not weak like this ship. Right, let's go in and dock. And then we can get building. Or planning. And then I'll build off camera, since I doubt people will want to see me build for the next 20 minutes. Right. Let's get 4,000 steel plates on each one. That should be plenty for what we're doing right now. I've also set up some additional constructions for like an oxygen generator and things like that. Wrong button. V, thank you. Yeah, so let's move in. I believe it's this kind of section that we want. Is it? Or is it not? No, it's going to be here. It's going to be here. I might have just changed my mind, but I don't really care. Because it doesn't matter where this place goes, it's just going to grow organically. Yeah, I think this kind of area. Good. Right, let's get out. And let's build ourselves a station. Menu to load, because my computer does not show me. Right, we want station rotation. Also, how do we know which one's up? That would be helpful. Station rotation mode, press B to switch off. Okay. Right, so we want it like this. No, no, we don't. We want it like this. Yeah, that'll do. It may be a bit wonky, but who cares? Right, there we go. We'll weld this in. And then what we can use is we can use the build mode from the cockpit, which I'll show you in just a second. Because you can build blocks whilst in, well, place templates of the blocks whilst in a cockpit. So if I move over our steel and then Control G, it will allow us to build things. So you can access all the blocks here and then Control G to go back, and then we can use welders. Very nice. I found that out like earlier. Also has a longer reach of placing blocks as well, so that's useful. Right, there we go. So we want it going this far. Then we want to go this way. Pooh. Okay, so the camera's not going to be much help. Let's just continue. Just want to make sure that I'm not, you know, hitting anything. Right, that should do. Nostradamus. And then we will get out and we'll do the rest, because I'm sure that this welder does not feel like it wants to start moving around and being weird. Right, there we go. Place these here. Then we'll weld the base so that it's attached to the asteroid. Yeah, that should do. Can't really get any better than that. Luckily we have a welder ship, so we can actually weld the rest of it easily. And then we need to move it across again. Don't know how far, but I'm guessing that this base is going to be pretty big, so or at least we build a platform and then it will get bigger. Yeah, just go back to doing it the old-fashioned way, why don't you? Instead of using the thing that you just found out. That should be good. Let's go down. We seem to be stuck, Mr. Sulu. Okay, right. Place, place, place. Weld it. Thank you. Right, and then we'll do the last one. And then I'll weld this kind of thing, and then we'll plan out what's going to happen. Because, actually no, I'll tell you later, because where would I say now? Where would I say it now when I can just skip forward? Yes. Come on. Control, man. Right, there we go, there we go, there we go. Come on. Closer. Probably a bit too far. There we go. The anchor is nearly in place. Everything's dandy. It's not as square as I would want it to be, but you can't complain when you're in survival mode. There we go. Excellent. Just need to weld this in. Actually, it might be square. Or it's square enough. It's square enough. It's fine. Right, I shall weld this stuff and then I will be back for planning. There we go, all welded. Right, so it's going to take me a while to actually place all of these down, but we're going to have kind of a landing pad here. So this is where the pad is going to be. I want to make an octagon, because octagons are kind of a thing now. Trust me, it's a thing. And then we kind of have a kind of a building off to one side, which is a tower that goes downwards into the base. So we can actually use a drill to excavate some of this rock, if it's in the way. But yeah, that should be good. Kind of have it low hanging and things like that. That should be cool. So we actually need to plan out the octagon, which is going to be a pain in everything. So I'm going to plan out the octagon. Meanwhile, I'll have the ship constructing some additional stuff, and then we'll start. Well, and then I'll weld it, and then we'll start building some things in. Right, there we go. Yeah, I have a small feeling that we don't have enough. We don't have enough steel or whatever. I need to calculate the midpoint, which is going to be a pain. Right, let's calculate the midpoint, because midpoints are very useful. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't have any steel plate, obviously. Let's head back to the ship and get some more. Because finding the midpoint means that I can place the gravity generator there. Because we need the I need to actually build the gravity generator. Production. Yo, assemblers, I need a gravity generator. I wish there was a search bar. Spherical, no. Come on, where are you? Unless I've missed it. But I highly doubt that. Yeah, I think I've missed it. Right, back to top. Let's try again. Do 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 do. The spherical should be somewhere here. Weird. Oh no, there it is. Missed it. Never mind. I needed steel. Steel. Inventory, steel. I need some of it. I'll have 500 please. Thanks. Yeah, let's head back. Because this kind of platform is big enough to actually put this on landing gear on here, I'm thinking we may not have the underground bit and just have these areas as kind of bays to dock the mining ships, because we're going to need a lot. And maybe some other ships that we might want here, such as welders and grinders, things like that. And then on the center platform we'll have the actual base thing. But for now we'll keep it at Tech 1, where Tech 1 is essentially the cheapest I can make it. Now, we needed just sort out the midpoint so we can build the gravity generator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, right. So the center's even. It's 10 away. That's good. Right, let's throw this out all over this way. And then continue. Good, right, and then we need to find the midpoint of this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, so I've done something wrong and it's too long on one side. It's annoying. Ugh. Why do I have to do this? That's fine, I guess. I could extend one side. Maybe. But do I really want to? No. The perfectionist inside me has gone, well, has taken control, and therefore I'm going to get the grinder ship and grind things and then do it all over again, since I have a very bad condition of OCD. Let's go. Let's tear up the thing I welded. Should have done the calculations before welding. Grr. So we need to take out one of the sides either closest to or furthest away from us. We're probably going to take away from the closest place since it's going to be quicker. Come on, slow down. Really need a cruising speed here. Right. Slow down, you fool. At least I have a grinder ship. I don't want to grind this by hand, and I don't think anyone would. It's slower than welding, but of course it's going to be. Well, no, it shouldn't, because welding requires precision in this. Actually, yeah, grinding does require precision. I don't know what point I was trying to make. Right, let's go backwards a bit. Get out. So instead of here, we want this thing to be here. So it's like this, and then we'll grind this bit out by hand, because it's a much more delicate operation. There. Weld these things in by hand as well, since I can't be bothered to go back to the welder. There we go. Then we need to move everything along one. How wonderful. I'll be back once I do all of this shenanigans. Right, there we go. That should work. So what I have a plan for is tier 1, we're just going to use like this corner for everything, so we're going to have the machines near the center and everything like that. But first of all, we need to get, just going to check what your reactor's at. 1.89, that's fine. We need to get the gravity generator up first, so that I can work properly in that environment, and so that everyone else who wants to use it can work properly. So let's move over and let's dock so that we can access the inventory. There we go. Right. I need to get up a list of what the thing requires. Of what the gravity generator requires. So if we go over here, then we get the gravity generator, because we don't need to place it anyway. What do you need to be placed? Yeah, that's not helpful. Right, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Gravity generator. So we need 150 steel, 6 grav generator components. Okay, computers, motors, light shield tube. So that's we'll take 100 computers. take like 100 motors. Take like the large steel tube. And then we need construction components, which will take about 200. And then we'll take the gravity generator components. And then we'll take the some steel plate. So 200 of that. Anything else? Nope. Good. Right. Okay. We've got all the equipment. We've got all the stuff that we need. So let's disengage and build this thing. Just going at drifting rather than going full pelt, because that's how I crash so often. Right. Flippy flip. Right, inertial dampeners on. Let's get the gravity generator. We want to... Yeah, that'll do. And then let's go over to the other side. Let's weld this thing. Good. Right, so that should be everything. Just checking. Yep, okay, so the gravity generator's installed. That's step one. We'll set up the parameters for that later, but it's obviously going to take trial and error to be able to do. But that's good. Next, what we need to do is we need to fill in this section, which should be easy, I believe, unless I'm wrong, which I probably am, because we need a lot more iron. Let's go over and check our iron reserves, see if we have enough to be able to build out the platform we need. Check for iron. We've got 113,000. Let's go build us some steel. Went too far there, thank you. Oh, yes, I'm hearing a heart monitor because my oxygen's low. Okay. I was wondering why that was beeping. Or that might be something else. No clue. Turn off jetpack. Right. Refill oxygen. Fill me up with oxygen. Please, quickly. Thank you. Fill up with oxygen. Good, right. That should keep us going. We've actually got a stupid amount of ice available, so that's not going to be a problem in any in any sense of the world. Right, let's get some stuff. Let's get like all of it, and then we're going to build. And then we will weld it all together, and then we can start setting up the infrastructure that we need to make this mining base operational. There we go. We have everything welded in this quadrant. It is a quadrant. There we go. So I've got this outline here. This outline is basically telling me where the landing pads here end and where the actual base begins. So we need a reactor. And I'm thinking we should place our reactor here in the center, because it's easier, and also we can have kind of a pipe system going outwards. Yeah, might be nice. I don't know how things are going to go together. I'm probably going to get the reactor set up. So first of all, it's going to be a large reactor, which means I need a ton of components, which I need a welder ship for. Excellent. Let's go get that then, because no way am I going to be able to carry it by myself. Yeah. So I'm thinking we might have kind of a... Well, for now we'll have them. We'll have the machines out in the open, but later we're going to have them inside, and it's going to kind of be a kind of varying towers things like that, using the slopes and everything, should look quite nice. Though it is supposed to look like a mining area, and it's not our top priority. Our top priority is the station, but we need this to be done so that we can improve the workflow. So let's get into a docking position. Let's lock. Right. Welder. Okay, so first of all, let's throw all of the steel back for a second. So what do we need? We need 1,000 steel. So that's 1,000 steel plate, 2,000 reactor. So where's 2,000 reactor? Oh, I haven't built it. Okay, that's going to be a problem. So we need 1,000 of this. We're going to need 2,000 reactor components. That's why I got the silver. Yes. Actually, do we have enough silver? Probably not. Okay, what next? We need 70 construction, 40 metal grid. $60-40. Then we need 40 large steel and 100 superconduits. I only have 10, so we'll add that to the list. I actually need 10 more construction components. Give me a second. And I completely forgot what the other thing was, because I'm stupid. 40 large steel tube, okay. 40 large steel tube. Get it right. Okay. Then we need 20 motor, 75 computer. And then, because I forgot the number, I'll just bring like 80 motors. And then all we're waiting for is we're waiting for the reactor components and the superconductor conduits to be finished, and then we can add those in as well. No, I want you to type here, please. Thank you. Are you having problems? No? Okay, good. Right. Let's put you in over there. Let's get every assembler working. I don't know why these guys haven't automatically deposited. There we go. That should be all of it. Yeah. Now we're just waiting for the I can't even speak. Superconductors. There we go. And then we can build this reactor. And then we need to give it some uranium. So let's get some uranium. Let's go and get the reactor. Azimuth fusion reactor. What's that from? Oh, that's on board. Yeah, I can't move that. Let's get like 20 uranium to power the base to start with. Okay, fine. Steal it back. I'll just pick it up later. Production, you're finished. Good. Let's get everything. Superconductors, go. Undock. And then let's place this thing. So we need to get reactor. Large reactor, there we go. We'll place it on top here, basically because we can access it still. We just need to make sure that it's the right rotation. So let's go for an angled approach. Let's do it this way instead. Just go check that it's on the bottom as well, because we're going to need that. Good. So we can place this here. We want to make sure it's the right way up. There. Right. Let's weld this thing. Double check that everything's done. Good. Right, we have a reactor placed. We just need to get some uranium from the ship. This base should be able to supply its own uranium later, because it's a mining base, obviously, and there's uranium on the asteroid. Let's go. Uranium. Give me 20. Thank you. And then we'll plug that in, and then we can calculate the gravity generator, get that working, and then we can turn off the reactor again. So let's throw this in here. You're currently outputting a few kilowatts. That's good. Acceleration, I want you to be at 70% G, and then we need to test how far this goes. So, oh, I really want to be able to calculate this properly. So we'll decrease them to minimum to begin with. I think that's the best idea. Field depth, okay. I think I actually need them to be larger so that I can actually see it. Programming these. I wish there was a way to actually see the area that's being affected. So this entire area should be affected. That's good. Now, let's extend the width to maximum and see which one that's in. Not that axis, not that axis, but this one. Good. We want to increase the depth as well, or the height rather. Gravity generator, increase height. Okay, it goes all the way down, but it doesn't go all the way above. That's not good enough. And then we'll set the depth to maximum as well. Good, right, we should be like this. That's a decent jump. How far away does this go? Pretty far. Let's decrease that. So that's about a quarter. So we want to decrease the width, the 150s down to something like 120. Would that do? Now let's go down to 110. Just guesstimating here. Let's go 100, if not 105. Yeah, that'll do. Good. Right, that's set up. How high? Decently high. So that we can just do this. Good. That works. This is upside down. Why is it upside down? Why is that the right way up, but this isn't? What's going on? Oh, it's probably that, isn't it? Yeah. Never mind. I'm sure I won't kill myself. Good, right, we've got the reactor and we've got the gravity generator set up, so we can now put additional stuff here, which is very good. That means the reactors, they're not reactors, they're called something else. The refineries. Yes, so let's do the refineries and then, well, let's get the stuff for the refineries and some assemblers, and then that should be good. I'll upgrade it after we're done here, like expand the facilities, but you get what I mean. And then we'll park the mining ships, and then I'll call that a good day's job. Yes. So I'll be back in a second with the refineries. Okay, there we go. We've got the bare essentials of a mining base here. It's going to be manual for a bit, but left to their own devices, the crew of this base can actually build it to anything that they want, as long as they keep a good stock of uranium and don't trash the ships that they already have. Yeah, so I'll expand the functionality of this, kind of just adding some modules to it, adding some more assemblers, some more refineries, putting a conveyor system in between episodes, because I'm sure upgrading, we don't want to see that again. But yeah, I'll do some more work on this, and then next week we're going to head back to the space station and we're going to work on getting a design for a hangar bay. Until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.